yeah, okay, because it won't go directly onto your computer. Hello, Paul.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Oh, there's Hercules. Yes. Fantastic.
Can I do it? Hercules, Hercules.
Oh my God.
Can you hear us okay?
I hear you perfectly. Can you hear me?
You're a little bit quiet, a little bit muffled.
I don't know how to fix that. Let me see. How about now? Do I sound any better?
It's a little bit better, I guess, when you're leaning into the mic more.
Okay, let me see. How about now?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Yeah, sounds good, Hercules. Yeah, when we start recording... Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, sorry, Paul. It's, Zending's not here yet, but it is 9. You want to kick it off and just let him join? Or?
Oh, yeah, just kick it off and... Yeah.
All right.
This meeting is being recorded.
Start recording and you can kick it off anytime you want.
All right. Okay, sounds good. Tonight we got a wonderful guest. We got Hercules Invictus. You're probably wondering why I'm eating grapes. Well, because it seems like we're going to go to the country of Greece. And Dionysus, who was a Greek god of grapes and wine, and grape harvest was a significant event in Greece. And the person we're going to be talking to, he knows everything about Greek mythology. And I'm going to ask Stacy to help me out and tell us about Hercules Invictus, the Olympian adventurer, the OtherWorld explorer, the speaker of hidden truths, chronicle of the unusual, spiritual entertainer, and a watcher of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Stacy, take it away.
Hi, Stacy.
Thank you, Paul. I thought you were going to take my job there for a minute. Tonight's guest, as we were said, is Hercules Invictus. He's openly Olympian in his spirituality and worldview, dedicated to living the myth life, and has been exploring the fringes of reality throughout his entire earthly sojourn. For over 5 decades, he has been sharing his Olympian odyssey with others. So that's wonderful. Having relocated the heart of his tenements to northeastern New Jersey and the greater New York metropolitan area, he has been establishing his unique niche locally and contributing to his community's overall quality of life in any way that he can. So I can't wait to hear a little bit more about that. Hercules currently produces and hosts several podcasts, launched a YouTube channel, has written numerous articles, published 2 ebooks, and has contributed to over 20 published anthologies. He frequently conducts Olympian workshops and serves as guest speaker on multiple platforms. The links to all of this and more will be below, provided by Phil. So thank you for that. Welcome, Hercules, and thank you for being here.
Thank you so very much. I'm glad to be here.
So what would you like to talk about today?
I don't know. What would you like to know?
Well, I know one thing, Hercules. How did you get so good in knowing so much about Greek mythology?
I was born Greek. That helped a lot. And my parents used to tell me Greek stories when I was growing up. I went to Greek parochial school, which, again, had us studying mythology for years in great detail.
Wow.
And when I was a tyke, they had a cartoon, The Mighty Hercules, and they also had these sword and sandal films, or Hercules movies as they're sometimes called, playing on our black and white TV. So it permeated my existence, all these stories, and they've stayed with me for my entire life, and they've actually played a very significant role in how I've lived my life.
Now, did you grow up in Greece?
No, I was conceived in Greece. I'm a honeymoon baby.
Oh.
but I was born here, and I've been to Greece numerous times, but I reside here in the United States.
All right.
And Hercules, I've always, when I first saw you, I said, this is how Hercules actually looks. I mean, you look like what I think Hercules would look like. Has anyone told you that?
Yes, thank you. That happens quite a lot. I was in the Stop and Shop a couple of years ago, and somebody I didn't know came up to me and said, "Excuse me, you're Hercules?" And I said, "Yes, I'm Hercules." He goes, "I got to tell you a story." He goes, "I was sitting in the pizzeria that's a few doors down and looking out the window, and I said, 'Oh, look, there's Hercules.'" I was walking, and he said that the people in pizzeria said, "Oh yeah, that's Hercules. He's around here around this time of day." So I realized that I was Hercules. So I thanked him very much for the story, and it's happened. People have driven by who, again, I don't know them, and will yell out, "Hey, Hercules!" So I get that a lot.
And so you're like a Hercules variant.
Yes, you explained that on my show the other day. I would say so. A different manifestation. I'm my type of Hercules. I'm the Hercules who's here doing this now.
And Hercules, tell us about some of the books that you've written.
Well, the only ones that are completely mine are the e-books. And one of them was part of a guided visualization type journey. It was inspired by dream and other meditative journeys, and I tied it together and fictionalized it. And then the other one was a visionary exploration of gems, especially quartz crystal, and how it was in ancient Greece. The other books, most of them were published by Tim Beckley or Tim Schwartz and Sean Castile, and they're metaphysical. There's everything there from aliens to cryptids to Nazi treasures, you name it, I've written about it at one point or another point. And now I have a book coming out with Llewellyn this November, and that's about theurgy. It's the ancient art of reaching divinity, in my case Olympian divinity, and channeling it and trying to anchor it in our reality to create positive influence in our reality. So that's an interesting journey I've been on for a long time too.
Those sound so good.
Thanks.
Do you like the method of ebooks?
I tried it. I wrote two of them. They didn't really, I guess they didn't become bestsellers or anything. I didn't particularly care for it. So after I tried the ebooks, I just sent out my work to different publishers. And I did that for a while. And now with Llewellyn, it's a much bigger publisher. And now I'm looking for things to do with bigger publishers, as well as continue working with Tim Schwartz, because Tim Schwartz is an awesome individual.
Okay, and also
that's how I met you. So
yeah. Also too, if you're doing ebooks, one good method is using Internet Archive. That's like one of the simplest ways to publish an ebook. And if you want to know more information about it after we do this interview, I can tell you.
I'm definitely interested, so I will take you up on that offer, Paul. Thank you.
Okay. Now, you're doing a lot of things also, too, for the community. Can you explain that?
Sure. I'm an elected official. I'm on the county committee, and I also was until recently. Recently, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, so I've cut back on my activities quite a bit. But I was the chairperson of a couple of committees, the Committee for People with Disabilities and Accessibility, and one for Mental Health and Stigma. And then I was also the champion of the Mayor's Wellness Campaign for a number of years. And I get involved as much as I can in my community. And again, right now I can't as much as I used to, but on community night I'll have a table. I'm proclaiming the Age of Heroes, where everybody can help out to the extent that they can with everybody's optimal health. So I'm giving out a lot of books, and I'm containing on the table flyers with information where people can go for more information. So again, it's not a big thing, but it's something I can do. So that's the whole thing with the Age of Heroes. If everybody did what they could do to make their world a better place, their immediate world, like, and their neighborhood, however big they want to draw their circle, we could all make this a better world if we engaged in doing that.
And Hercules, when were you diagnosed with Parkinson's disease?
Well, the diagnosis came slowly. There's a lot of different things they watch for, so they've been watching me for a couple of years, but recently I was displaying enough symptoms where they made a diagnosis. So they put me on medication, and fortunately I didn't need that much medication to stabilize myself. And I learned that exercising is very good for Parkinson's, and exercising your mind as well as your body. So I've always wanted more time to do workout and more time to do meditation and visualization and things like that. So the Parkinson's kind of forced me to do that. So in that sense, it's a good thing. I'm doing more work.
Isn't that the way it goes with most of us, though? It's, you know, we don't do it until we're forced to do it. So.
And there's no cure for that, is there?
There's no cure for it, but it could last and unfold for a very long time, and there's a lot that you can do to at least make it go not as unpleasantly as if you did nothing. So I've been ordering books from Amazon by people who claim to have beat it, or who claim to be living with it optimally where it doesn't affect them that much, and I'm seeing what they did, and I'm trying to do that. So far that's been pretty productive. I've learned that I can change my meditation techniques to calm the shaking pretty quickly. And also, there was one book I read where they said you can command your Parkinson's to, like to stop shaking or to stop preventing you from moving. And I found that, oddly enough, I didn't think that would work, but it did. So now I have more techniques in my belt. Yeah, so I started reading a book on how dancing helps with Parkinson's, and I'm Greek, so we were born dancing, love to dance. Mm-hmm. So even though my dancing resembles like a shuffle more than a dance right now, I try to do like 6 minutes, 7 minutes of that a couple of times a week. And also boxing. I never got into boxing, but I do shadow boxing. So they said that boxing movements are very good for Parkinson's too, so I incorporated that into my regular workout as well. So it's an adventure, and everybody has challenges, and these are mine right now, and I'm sure I'll have other ones as time progresses.
Who's the star to Back to the Future? Doesn't he have Parkinson's also?
Yes, Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox, yeah.
And somebody just gave me a book by Michael J. Fox, so I haven't started that one yet because I'm still reading the ones with the boxing and the dancing. But that's my next book to read.
Wow. So you're really going through a journey here with that, and and when you first heard about it, were you in shock or?
Oh, sure. I didn't know very much about Parkinson's, other than people shake. Mm-hmm. Movements are restricted, so that was concerning. But then I immediately started reading about it and educating myself and seeing that, okay, this isn't a good thing, but there are lots of things that aren't good that people experience, and I've experienced many not good things in my life, and I'm still here, and I still have a positive attitude, so this is what my challenge is now, and I will meet it like ancient Greek, with stoicism and as much joy as I can muster, and try to make the most of it.
Now, Hercules, you're also to associate with the legendary author Timothy Beckley.
Yes.
How did you meet Timothy Beckley?
I met him years ago at John Keel's Fortean Society. John Keel was another legend, like Timothy Green Beckley is, in the paranormal investigation, UFO investigation field. So I used to go to the Fortean Society meetings. I met Tim Beckley there. I may have met Tim Schwartz also, because we had very similar memories of a couple of the places where they had the meetings, so maybe I met him there too, but I don't remember Tim Schwartz. So I met Tim Beckley there, and then years later, when websites were the thing, I had a website and I was reviewing different books in different categories, So I contacted Tim Beckley, and he sent me a crate of books. So I had plenty to review and plenty of movies to review. And then I started putting them on Amazon as reviews, and we reconnected that way. Then he discovered that I could write, so I started submitting to his books and magazines, which I was reading at the time. So it was like a dream come true for me, because growing up, I admired people like Tim Beckley, people like Brad Steiger, Hans Holzer, John Keel, and so now I was among this company writing these books with lurid titles about the unseen world. So it was like a dream come true.
That's awesome.
And Hercules, have you had paranormal experiences?
Yes.
Can you tell us about them?
Sure. When I was young, I was raised again in Greek culture, and Greek culture is very superstitious, I guess you would call it. They believe in Eli, they believe in Kalikansari, which are like a type of goblin. They believe in all sorts of things. There's all sorts of folklore that people believed in. And back then, it was pre-television in Greece. They had radios, but there was a lot of superstition. People dressed like they did in the Middle Ages. Gypsies dressed like gypsies in movies, when they had carts that were like covered, and people were afraid of them when they came to town, and they would tell you to give the gypsies whatever they want so they didn't curse you, and they would tell stories about children being cursed with lice. So I grew up in this environment, so I believed in this stuff, and I perceived a lot of that. So it wasn't a big deal, or as much of a big deal, if I hadn't been born in a superstitious culture or feudal culture. But since I grew up with these beliefs. It was okay to have these types of experiences. Other people had them. They wouldn't talk about them to strangers, but if you were Greek and you spoke the language, you'd get to hear all these stories about, like the goblins who come during the holidays, especially the end of the year holidays, and they would pee on the food, and they would do all sorts of other antisocial types of things, and people would recount all these stories. So I had a lot of these experiences. I've seen people who are no longer alive appearing, and I would describe them to people who knew them.